Good day, fellow seniors. What would you think if I told you that with just a basin of warm water, yes, just one simple basin of warm water, you could sleep better, ease body aches, boost blood circulation, improve your mood, and even rejuvenate the skin on your feet without using any medication? If you've ever had long, restless nights, freezing feet that keep you awake, dull joint pain that won't go away, or a tired mind for no clear reason, then today's video is truly a gift I want to offer you. No doctors, no prescriptions, just a basin of warm water, a few natural ingredients you already have in your kitchen, and a few minutes each evening. That's all it takes to take control of your health in a gentle, safe, and truly effective way. My name is Dr. Frederick. I have over 20 years of experience working with elderly patients, and in this video, I'm going to show you a small but powerful habit, one that has helped many of my older patients improve their sleep, ease chronic pain, uplift their spirit, and feel like they're coming back to life one day at a time. And if you stay until the end of this video, I'll be sharing with you one crucial step that most people overlook, a step that seems simple, but may be the very thing that determines whether your foot soaking actually works or not. Most people skip it, and that's exactly why they don't see the results they were hoping for. But before we begin, I'd like to take a moment to truly connect with you, the person watching this video right now. What's your name? And where in the world are you watching this from? I would genuinely love to know who I'm walking alongside in today's journey of health and care. Please leave a greeting in the comments section below, or just share the name of the place you're living in. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on more in-depth and down-to-earth content about senior health. And if you have any questions related to your health, please feel free to share them below. I read every comment, and I will be collecting them to create detailed response videos made just for you. Now, let's begin with the first benefit, the one that many of my patients started noticing after just a few nights: better sleep. Benefit 1. Foot soaking helps you sleep deeper and more easily every night. For older adults, sleep is more than just a time to rest. It's when the body enters a phase of recovery, repair, and regulation of its entire biological system. However, as we age, the quality of sleep tends to decline. You may find it harder to fall asleep. Your sleep becomes lighter, and you might wake up in the middle of the night without being able to fall back asleep. These long, fragmented nights not only leave you exhausted during the day, but also increase the risk of memory decline, emotional disturbances, and cardiovascular issues. That's why soaking your feet in warm water before bed, a habit that seems so simple, is now being recommended by health professionals as a natural method to support sleep. When you soak your feet, the warm temperature causes the blood vessels under the skin to dilate, which helps blood flow more easily, especially to the brain. This helps release the tension that has built up throughout the day, one of the hidden reasons your brain struggles to enter a true state of rest. And the benefit isn't only physical. The warmth from the water also stimulates the regulatory part of your nervous system, encouraging your body to release more melatonin, the hormone that plays a central role in setting your biological rhythm and sleep-wake cycle. When melatonin levels rise naturally, you fall asleep more easily, stay asleep more deeply, and are less likely to wake up during the night. In addition, serotonin, a crucial neurotransmitter that stabilizes mood and brings a sense of peace, is also produced in greater amounts during foot soaking. This combination of melatonin and serotonin forms the foundation that helps you not just fall asleep, but sleep well and wake up with a clearer, lighter mind the next morning. And as you'll see in the next part, it's not just sleep. even chronic joint pain can be significantly relieved if you maintain this gentle nightly habit. Let's continue and explore that together. Benefit 2. Foot soaking helps relieve joint pain in older adults. Why do older adults often experience more joint pain at night? The answer lies in a combination of factors: slower blood circulation due to aging, gradual cartilage deterioration, and the silent accumulation of mild chronic inflammation around the joints. When the weather gets colder, when the body is at rest, or when you've had a day with little physical activity, these symptoms tend to become more noticeable. Aching feet, sore knees, stiff ankles that are hard to move. And in those very moments, warm water can act like a wordless medicine. When you soak your feet in warm water at night, the small blood vessels around your ankles and knees begin to dilate. Blood flows more freely to areas that are lacking oxygen and nutrients, such as your tired joints. This improved circulation doesn't just help reduce inflammation. It also aids in flushing out lactic acid, metabolic waste, and excess joint fluid, the very things responsible for prolonged pain and stiffness. One small but memorable experience comes from one of my patients. He was a retired PE teacher, 71 years old, who once believed that joint pain was simply part of getting old. Every morning, he spent nearly 30 minutes just trying to warm up his knees before he could stand. I didn't prescribe him a new medication. I simply recommended soaking his feet every night in warm water with a handful of Epsom salt for 10 to 15 minutes. 2 weeks later, he called and said, "I don't need that 30-minute warm-up anymore. I just stand up and walk like I'm 50 again." The takeaway here isn't magic. It's consistency, patience, and doing it at the right time. Soaking your feet at night boosts circulation, calms the nerves, relaxes the muscles, and reduces pressure on the joints. No pills, no fancy equipment, just a basin of water. A quiet moment and a body that learns how to listen to itself again. And that's only one part of the bigger picture. In the next section, you'll learn why people who soak their feet regularly tend to have warmer feet, less numbness, and better circulation, even well into their senior years. Benefit 3. Foot soaking helps improve full-body blood circulation. If you've ever felt your feet freezing even under a blanket or experienced tingling and heaviness in your legs at the end of the day, you are not alone. These are clear signs of poor blood circulation in the lower limbs, a common issue in older adults caused by weakened peripheral blood vessels and reduced venous contraction over time. Imagine your circulatory system as a four-wheeled vehicle. The heart is the engine. The blood vessels are the pipes, and your feet. They're the furthest point that blood must reach before making the long journey back. When blood gets stuck in the feet and doesn't circulate well, you begin to notice it. Cold feet, mild swelling, numbness, nighttime cramps, even loss of sensation in the toes. So, what happens when you soak your feet properly in warm water every night? When the water temperature is about 2 to 4 degrees C warmer than your body temperature, it stimulates the capillaries under the skin to dilate, reducing resistance inside the blood vessels. As a result, blood from the heart can travel down to your legs more easily, and blood from your feet returns to the heart more efficiently. Thanks to enhanced venous return, the effect doesn't stop at your feet. When blood flows smoothly, all organs in the body from the heart, liver, and kidneys to the brain receive more oxygen and nutrients. At the same time, carbon dioxide and cellular waste are removed more effectively, helping to reduce fatigue, increase mental clarity, and boost recovery after a long day. Many of my patients have asked me why soaking their feet seems to help them sleep better and have fewer dreams. And the answer lies in this very circulation. When blood flow is uninterrupted, the brain gets sufficient oxygen, stress levels go down, and your body naturally transitions into a deeper sleep cycle, especially during the colder months or in air-conditioned environments. Soaking your feet doesn't just help you stay warm. It also stabilizes your core body temperature, preventing sudden vasoconstriction and small disturbances that many mistakenly blame on just getting older. And if you still think that the benefits of foot soaking are limited to the physical, just wait for the next part. I'll show you why soaking your feet each night can also calm your mind, stabilize your mood, and lift your spirit, especially for older adults who live alone or don't have many people to talk to. Benefit 4. Foot soaking helps relax the nervous system and stabilize emotions. If you've ever soaked your feet in warm water after a long day, you probably understand the feeling better than any explanation could offer. Your whole body feels lighter, your mind begins to slow down, and your mood softens from within. For older adults, this feeling isn't just momentary relaxation. It's a form of self-healing that holds deep psychological value. As we age, the body becomes more sensitive to emotional factors that are hard to control. Vague worries about health, the quiet loneliness when children have grown up and moved away, or emotional wounds that were never fully acknowledged. The result is that the sympathetic nervous system, which controls the body's stress response, remains constantly active, making it difficult to breathe deeply, sleep deeply, or truly relax. Foot soaking in warm water can help flip that switch. When the pressure points on the soles of your feet are gently stimulated by warmth, the parasympathetic nervous system, the part responsible for rest, digestion, and healing, is reactivated. Your heart rate slows down. Your muscles let go. Your breathing becomes deep and steady. As a result, stress hormones like cortisol begin to drop, while serotonin, the neurotransmitter that brings a sense of comfort and satisfaction, starts to rise. Have you noticed people who soak their feet regularly at night tend to be less irritable, less restless, and less anxious without knowing exactly why? They sleep more peacefully, wake up more refreshed, and approach aging with a sense of calm and quiet resilience. I still remember a 75-year-old woman who once said to me after 1 month of nightly foot soaks, "I don't know why, doctor, but every time I soak my feet, I just stop worrying about old memories. I just feel like I'm still alive." And sometimes it's that simple act of reconnecting with your body in just a few minutes of quiet each night that helps us realign our emotional rhythm in a world that keeps rushing forward. In the next section, I'll share another benefit, one that may seem small but is incredibly practical: cleansing, softening, and deodorizing your feet. The part of your body we often overlook, yet the one that endures the most every day. Benefit 5. Foot soaking helps cleanse, soften, and deodorize your feet. There's something most people tend to forget. Your feet are the part of your body that endures the most every single day, and yet they receive the least attention. This becomes even more true as you reach your 60s. At this age, the skin becomes drier, the sweat glands less active, making your feet more prone to cracking, roughness, dead skin buildup, and unpleasant odors, especially if you wear shoes regularly or live in a dry, cold climate. Soaking your feet in warm water every evening doesn't just feel good. It's also a natural, safe, and easy way to take care of your skin. When you soak your feet, the warm temperature opens up your pores, softens dead skin, and makes it much easier to remove. This leaves your feet smoother, fresher, and less likely to develop hardened, thick skin, which is particularly important for older adults whose skin renewal process slows down with age. Additionally, foot odor, usually caused by bacteria, sweat, and skin fungus, can also be better managed through regular soaking. If you add a little Epsom salt, apple cider vinegar, or a few slices of fresh ginger, the soap gains mild antibacterial properties, reduces inflammation, and naturally deodorizes without the need for chemical sprays. I remember a retired patient in Arizona who lived with his wife in a small house on the outskirts of town. He once told me, "I started soaking my feet because my wife said they smelled after every afternoon of gardening. After just a week, she said they smelled like ginger tea." We both laughed, but he meant it sincerely. I never thought I needed to look good, but feeling clean and refreshed, it makes me feel like I'm worth taking care of. And that's true for all of us. Taking care of your feet is part of taking care of yourself. Now that we've explored the 5 powerful benefits of foot soaking, from sleep, joints, circulation, and emotional balance to skin health, it's time to learn how to do it properly for the best possible results. Let's move on to the next section together. How to soak your feet the right way. From timing and water temperature to what ingredients you should add. Part 2. How to soak your feet the right way. Timing, temperature, and ingredients. Now that you've understood the wonderful benefits of foot soaking, from improving sleep, joint health, blood circulation, emotional well-being, to skin care, the next important step is learning how to do it properly. Many people are eager to get started, but they often overlook small details that actually determine the overall effectiveness. The best time to soak your feet is in the evening, about 30 minutes before bedtime. This is the time when your nervous system starts to shift from an active state into rest mode, and your body becomes more receptive to external signals of relaxation. If you soak your feet too early in the evening, the calming effect may wear off before you even go to bed. On the other hand, if you soak too close to bedtime, your body may not have enough time to dry or warm back up, which can have the opposite effect, feeling cold, uncomfortable, or experiencing sudden blood vessel constriction, something particularly risky for older adults. That's why the 30-minute window before going to bed is considered the golden hour. Not too early, not too late. As for water temperature, many people believe that the hotter it is, the more effective the soak will be. But in reality, especially for older adults with thinner skin, a more sensitive nervous system, and weaker blood vessels, the truth is the opposite. The ideal temperature is around 38 to 42 degrees, 100 to 108 degrees Fahrenheit. Warm enough to feel soothing, but not hot enough to cause burning or redness. The easiest way to test it is by using your elbow or the back of your hand, areas more sensitive. Then your palm. Water that's too hot may cause mild burns without you noticing, and can overdilate the blood vessels, potentially leading to low blood pressure or dizziness, which is dangerous for those with underlying heart conditions. On the other hand, if the water is too cool, it won't provide enough vasodilation or relaxation, making the whole soak almost pointless. During the soak, if you feel the water cooling down, you can add a bit of warm water to maintain a stable temperature and prevent your body from being shocked by sudden changes. Now let's talk about what to add to your soak. This is where you can multiply the benefits if you choose the right ingredients. Sea salt or Epsom salt, which contains magnesium sulfate, helps soften the skin, provides light antibacterial action, and supports joint inflammation relief. Fresh ginger adds warmth, promotes blood circulation, and calms the mind with its pleasant aroma. Apple cider vinegar helps neutralize foot odor, balance skin pH, clean off dead skin cells, and prevent fungal growth. Essential oils like lemon, orange, or peppermint not only offer natural fragrance, but also bring anti-inflammatory and emotionally calming effects. If you prefer traditional herbal remedies, you can add some mugwort, betel leaves, or lemongrass. Great options for sensitive skin or mild skin conditions like eczema. However, it's best not to mix too many ingredients at once. Start with one component. Observe how your body reacts and then adjust or combine gradually as needed. Part 3. The Golden Window. After a foot soak, what to do so your body absorbs the maximum benefit. Many people, after finishing a foot soak, simply dry their feet briefly and head to bed. It sounds reasonable, but the truth is this is actually the moment when your body opens its absorption gate at full capacity. And if you ignore it or do the wrong thing, all the benefits you just gained may quickly vanish. After about 15 to 20 minutes of soaking, the skin on your feet becomes softer, your pores open up, the blood vessels under the skin dilate, and circulation is at its peak. This is when your feet are in a state of positive sensitivity. But for that very reason, if you step onto a cold floor, expose your feet to chilly air, or leave them damp for too long, your body may immediately react in the opposite way. Blood vessels may constrict suddenly, causing you to feel cold, numb, or even sore again, especially if you have conditions like arthritis, numbness in your legs, or poor circulation. That's why the first thing you should do after soaking your feet is to use a soft, clean, dry towel to gently and thoroughly dry every part of your feet. Don't skip the spaces between your toes, your heels, or the tops of your feet. These are the areas where moisture often lingers and creates a perfect environment for bacteria or fungi to grow if not properly dried. Next, keep your feet warm by wearing a light pair of socks. Cotton or thin wool works well to retain warmth while still allowing the skin to breathe. This step helps maintain the vasodilation and relaxation effect and also prevents sudden cold that can cause blood stagnation again. If you have the time, this is the perfect moment to give yourself a gentle foot massage, focusing on the soles and toes. Massage doesn't just keep blood flowing, it also stimulates reflex points that support digestion, improve sleep, and calm the nervous system. You can use your hands, or, if you prefer, apply a small amount of moisturizer or a few drops of essential oils like lavender, tea tree, or peppermint to nourish the skin while also soothing your senses and preparing you for a deeper sleep. I remember a 66-year-old patient from Oregon who hadn't been able to sleep well for years and constantly suffered from cracked heels, even though she wore slippers around the house all day. After she began soaking her feet and applying a thin layer of moisturizer with a short massage each night, within just 1 month, not only did her sleep improve significantly, but the skin on her feet became soft and smooth again. The cracks disappeared, and most importantly, she felt like she was truly taking care of herself. And I believe the same can happen for you if you allow yourself just 20 minutes each night to slow down and start listening to your body beginning from your feet. My dear friend, we've just walked through a journey that may seem simple on the surface, just a foot soak, but within it lies a series of powerful changes, both physical and emotional, especially at an age when the body begins to slow down, becomes more sensitive, and asks to be cared for with greater gentleness. A foot soak is not a miracle. It doesn't replace medication, nor can it erase the years you've lived. But what it can do, if done regularly and correctly, is give you back control over your own recovery. Deeper sleep, calmer moods, stronger circulation, and a body that knows you're still listening to it every single day. You don't need to change everything overnight. Just begin with something small. A basin of warm water, a soft, dry towel, a clean pair of socks, and a few quiet minutes, truly set aside for yourself. No phone, no noise, no rush. If you're still here, I want to thank you for showing up for yourself and for walking through this journey with me. Feel free to leave a message below or simply type, "I choose to care for my body every day," so I know you're still with me. And if you have any questions, send them in. I'll gather them and create more in-depth videos just for you. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss what's coming next. Because I believe that lasting health in our later years doesn't come from big dramatic changes, but from the small, gentle choices we repeat every single day. I'll see you in the next video where every minute you dedicate to yourself becomes one more step toward living stronger, living joyfully, and living fully. Wishing you a warm evening and feet that carry you.